Hi there, I'm Damien Brophy. I work for ThoughtSpot. ThoughtSpot is the modern analytics cloud company. Effectively, our mission is to make the world a more fact-driven place, and we're doing that by delivering the easiest to use analytics platform in the world today. Over the last decade, we've seen a huge advancement of technology and also speed of development, and so that's created more innovation in the world. It's also brought out a brand new way of delivering data products. And so we're seeing the emergence of new technologies such as 5G, Web3, we see the multiverse. And this has created a new playing field for data, a new playing field for organizations. And where that's kind of created a new paradigm shift and a tectonic kind of power shift is that companies are expecting more now from their data products. So if I'm a business user or I'm an organization, I'm going to have a bit more expectations of my data products or my solutions. And so we're moving away now from a one vendor scenario, which would say, I look after all of your data needs or your data architecture, be it data ingestion, right through to visualization or analytics. And we're now seeing what I would kind of relate to the microservices movement, where it moved away from monolithic architecture and started to break up the ability to be more agile, more fluid in what you were doing. Okay, so we're now seeing this ability with open source, we're seeing the ability with open data architecture to give the ability for startups to get more power. And this has created more innovation, and it's now created the ability for amazing new technologies to come out. So we're seeing a shift now where people are saying, I'm going to choose best of breed technologies, and I'm going to choose the right product for the right problem. And I don't need to go to one vendor to give me everything I need to do. That's created choice, it's created more competition, and I think it's great for the whole industry as a whole. And so we're seeing the ability now to bring in third data party sources to give a 360 view of the marketplace. We now see the ability to empower frontline users to look at self-service analytics. So I think all of this data change and all of the architecture change has had a really profound impact on the industry. And I see that's one of the power shifts that certainly I've seen in the market. Every company now is a data company. Okay, so we see press releases with big banks, big traditional banks, investing millions and millions of dollars into their data architecture and their data products. But they're now doing press releases to tell the world that they're doing that. And that's a very deliberate thing that they're doing, okay? But just because they're doing that, the same problems exist, okay? The data's complex, I can't get non-technical users to engage with the data. So that's the problem that we're trying to solve for, okay? So how do we empower non-technical users and even technical users to engage with data? So what we're doing is really reducing the barrier for people to engage with data. So it could be a CEO, I could be a VP of marketing, look, I could be just whoever I am in the marketplace or in any business, but we're empowering that user to engage with data. And that's having a profound impact on the value that they're delivering the business. And also, I'll say the wider world when you look at healthcare and even like transportation or even climate change. So that's one of the first things that we're certainly doing. The second point is just because you make the technology available, you have to make our platform more available. So there's a bit of a fallacy that ThoughtSpot could be just for big enterprises or big companies. But we're actually for everyone. And the reason why we are is that we've changed the way companies can engage with ThoughtSpot. And so recently we just announced a new licensing model, which is consumption. So moving away from historical BI or analytics license models or commercial models, and to where people can actually pay for what they use. So rather than having what I would call virtual shelfware sitting on virtual shelves with unused licenses, we're saying, hey, look, pay for what you use. Yeah, if you don't use it, don't pay. And that's a really good fair exchange of value. So for the first time, certainly what I've seen is that we've made analytics the most simple and easy thing to use from a license and also a technology perspective. And I'll say that's why we're positioned now as the experience layer for the modern data stack, which you've seen around here today.